Okay, I find myself back here like, in this position again, and basically, I just watched Deadpool versus Sans or Sans versus Deadpool or whatever, episode 132 of Cartoon Fight Club. Now, Sans won, and Cartoon Fight Club's reasoning for this is that a good onslaught of Gaster Blasters could get rid of every cell in Deadpool's body, and now that Deadpool has been Thanos has now made it so that Deadpool can die. Getting rid of every cell in his body is the only way you could kill him. While I disagree because we've never really seen a Gaster Blaster's effect on someone's physical being. We've seen the effect on their souls, but not their actual physical being. In the canon, so we don't know if it would destroy the cell structure of a human body, but it would definitely kill somebody's soul, which is a bit iffy there because it's never really stated what a soul is within Undertale. Obviously, you have human souls and monster souls and different from each other, but it's never stated like can a soul regenerate? If you're like Wolverine or Deadpool, can your soul regenerate, or can your soul not be completely destroyed but only fractured? Is very finicky. So let's just say for the time being that souls can regenerate, because in Undertale when you eat food you gain HP, and that's basically repairing your soul. So let's just say that for the time being that Deadpool's regenerative properties will affect his soul, even if he even has one, which again we can go into a whole different debate about that. Because that just makes it a lot easier for us when figuring this out. Deadpool has one of the Infinity Gems. I think it was called the Space Gem. I can't remember exactly what it was called, but it was a gem that controlled space, basically allowing him to teleport. I mean, as both Sans and Deadpool can teleport, neither could really get a hit of each other until Sans got worn out. And I definitely do think that Sans would get worn out a lot sooner than Deadpool, because Deadpool's regenerative ability would allow him to keep on going, but Sans is also very lazy, and he just tires out very easily. So even with that, so yeah, and they also mentioned like Sans had telekinesis or whatever, so that I could just like take Deadpool's satchel and stuff away. Well, that is debatable, and a lot of stuff around these characters are very debatable, because we just got the game to go off, and the game doesn't really go too in depth into their powers. They more go in depth about the monster's characteristics rather than their powers, which is one of the biggest strengths with Undertale, is that it's a character-driven game. Deadpool has not Deadpool, Sans has not really shown that he uses telekinesis that much in the game. It's questionable whether he even does it at all, because we don't really know how he controls the boners and the Gaster Blasters, whether it's due to telekinesis or something else, or it's just a special property of said Gaster Blasters and the bonus. He doesn't, and he's never used it on anything else but those Gaster Blasters and bones. And if he really was good enough with telekinesis, don't you think he may have stopped Chara from eating food while she was battling him? Just maybe. And you may say, well, that was just like to stop the game from being too hard. And it's just like, still, within canon, we have not seen him use, will clearly demonstrate the ability to use Gaster Blasters. So, not Gaster Blasters, telekinesis. So, taking out telekinesis, because we haven't really seen him use telekinesis, Deadpool gets to keep the mind gem, so he can teleport wherever he wants within space. So he easily dodges any of Sans' attacks, and even the Sans grabbing hold of Deadpool's soul would not really matter in the end, because he just like teleport out of it. It's just like it would just be constantly. It would just be like they'd just be trading attacks back and forth. Sans would like shoot a Gaster Blaster or throw some of his bones at Deadpool. Deadpool teleports away using the Infinity Gem, and Deadpool tries to shoot Sans. And now they say that Sans can, Sans and Chara and everybody can fight at hypersonic speed. Well, I'm not 100% sure on this, being as we've never actually calculated how fast a Gaster Blaster blasts. Try saying that 5 times faster. Anyway, we can presume that the Gaster Blasters fire about the speed of sound, being as you can still see it, so it's not going at the speed of light. So I definitely say, well, maybe not even the speed of sound, because you hear the brown before you actually get hit. So I'm just, let's say, just under the speed of sound. If he can fight at that speed, then I'm pretty sure he'd be able to keep up with Deadpool's bullets easily. But eventually, like I said, Sans would get tired out from all the attacks, and then eventually, Deadpool would just like teleport behind him after dodging one of his attacks, and then when he was too tired, eventually Deadpool would just land a bullet. And yeah, it's just like within the game's canon, there is no way Sans could win, because, like I said, the Gaster Blasters have not been shown to be able to damage actual matter. And if you're just like, and if you can even, and we can't even infer that, because after the battle between Sans and Chara, there would have been a lot of Gaster Blasters going off. But when you come out of the battle, everything around you is exactly the way it was. Now, if Gaster Blasters could damage matter, then that entire room would be nothing but rubble. And the cartoon idol also made a point that he can easily be like stabbed by like one of Sans' bones. And it's just like, yeah, so, and it's just like he can just regenerate it off. And even then, there was even more bones going off than there were Gaster Blasters. So it's just like it's not even been shown that the bones affect matter in the Undertale universe. The closest thing to we get to the bones actually affecting matter is when you're in the Papyrus's bedroom, he has a box full of the different bone attacks. So it's like, yeah, but they're not exactly destroying matter. And it's just like, also if the attacks are in there, shouldn't the attacks still active away? And it's just like, Undertale is not very descriptive or defined with their attacks, with each character's attack. The attacks in Undertale are just one of those things where you have to try and look in the game and just like, okay, this is what the game tells us, So we can infer from this that this would happen if we hit this character with this. The only attacks that we really see affecting and destroying like matter was in canon was Undyne spears. But like I said, if Sansa's Gaster Blasters and Bone attacks affected matter, then literally the entire corridor that you fight Sansa in would be completely destroyed after your battle with him, and it was spick and span. So it's just like, yeah, no, Sans cannot win that really. That's all I just wanted to say.